Am I the a-hole for telling my boyfriend's mom, "I told you so," and making her cry? This one's been weighing on me, and I honestly don't know how to feel about the way things went down. So here we go. For some major context, I, 18F, have been dating my boyfriend, let's call him Dallas, 18M, for about 2 years now. During that entire time, his mother, whom we'll call Casey, 52F, has been a constant and chaotic presence in our relationship. And when I say chaotic, I mean non-stop boundary-breaking drama. From the beginning, Casey seemed to have this strange need to insert herself into everything Dallas and I did. If we tried to go on a quiet walk together, she'd find some excuse to tag along. If we planned a date night, or just wanted to hang out in his room watching movies or playing games, she'd barge in uninvited. There were even times we made plans months in advance, special days just for us, and she'd conveniently forget and try to come with us. I swear, it felt like she saw me as competition for her son's attention. Worse, she has a serious obsession with money, like Mr. Krabs level bad. She would constantly ask Dallas for cash, manipulate situations to get it, and then complain if she didn't get her way. It put a huge strain on our relationship. We even nearly broke up once because of how bad it got. But despite the fights, Dallas and I always managed to talk things through and come out stronger. Now, here's where things get even messier. Casey has been living with her boyfriend for the past few years. Recently, their relationship started spiraling, mainly because of her constant begging for money. Mind you, she receives $900 monthly for being mentally disabled. She has autism and bipolar disorder, and while I respect mental health struggles, that money disappears within days, blown on gambling, useless trinkets, or random junk she doesn't need. Her phone bill alone was $755 because she hadn't paid it in months. It's like she refuses to take responsibility for her own life. Yesterday was the final straw. Casey's boyfriend was throwing out some of her clutter, and she snapped. I mean, she went full meltdown, screaming at the top of her lungs, creating such a chaotic scene that I honestly felt scared. As someone who's been in traumatic situations before, her outburst was incredibly triggering. Dallas saw me panicking, and so did one of Casey's acquaintances, May, another important name here. May is a single mom of 3 who occasionally let Casey babysit when she had no other choice. Here's the kicker. May had no idea that during those babysitting times, Casey would pawn her kids off on me without asking. So while she collected money, sometimes even demanding $300 just for watching a 1-year-old overnight, I was the one actually looking after the baby. And May had no idea. Eventually, May found out. Combine that with all the money Casey was demanding, and May finally lost it. She confronted Casey, and things exploded. That same day, Casey's boyfriend officially broke up with her. After 4 years of putting up with her antics, he just couldn't take it anymore. He packed her bags. She got kicked out of the bar later that night after causing another scene and came home around midnight, drunk, alone, and bitter. And that's when it all came to a head. She sat down in the living room, fuming, and I, absolutely fed up, decided I wasn't going to keep my mouth shut anymore. I looked her in the eye and said, "I told you something like this was going to happen." And she lost it. "You hush. This is all your fault. Ever since you came around more often, Dallas and I can't spend time together, and her boyfriend hasn't paid me any attention." I snapped. "My fault. Oh, so you screwing everything up for the past 2 years is my fault now? Sorry, I'm not a manipulative, money-hungry woman who blames every mistake on their mental illness. Sorry, I have my own issues, and I don't use them to treat people like trash. You're pissed that your son doesn't cling to you anymore? Maybe that's because you drained him. All you do is complain about me or ask him for money. That's not love, Casey. That's control." I reminded her how she stole $200 from Dallas, money he was saving up to move out, just so she could buy things for the house. And now, because of her actions, he had nowhere to go. She started crying, and while part of me felt bad, I couldn't help but think, you did this to yourself. So now I'm asking, AITA for telling my boyfriend's mom, "I told you so," and making her cry? Update, and it's a wild one. The last 3 days have been utter hell. Casey has been yelling nonstop at her now ex, who, believe it or not, proposed to her in the middle of all this chaos.
Yeah.
I don't get it either. Dallas and I started packing our things when I got a surprise phone call from Casey. She apologized. She actually apologized to me. She admitted she had no right to drag me into her personal drama or blame me for the mess in her relationship. But what really floored me was what she said next. She confessed that she's jealous of me and Dallas. Jealous that we're young, in love, and doing what she never got to. She said she was overbearing because she wished she had what I had. Then she said the words I never thought I'd hear. I've been acting like an idiot, and when you snapped at me, it finally clicked. I get it now. I understand why he loves you. She admitted she wanted Dallas to need her. She didn't want to be left behind. But now she sees she went way too far. As a gesture, she gave me back $30 of the $60 she owed me, kept half for gas, whatever, and I laid down the law. My boundaries. No more barging into Dallas's room without knocking. No asking anyone for money unless it's absolutely necessary. No trash-talking me behind my back, or I will snap again. Let her son be his own person. Period. She agreed. She even apologized to Dallas, too. Told him she was wrong, that she hated me for no real reason, and that she should have let him live his life. That's when Dallas exploded. Are you kidding me? You hated her? You called her mom a monster. You said her dad was abusive. I stood there a little stunned. Well, he turned to her again. Her dad wasn't abusive. He disciplined her because she was doing dumb shit. That's not abuse. You've treated her like crap and she still gave you the benefit of the doubt because of your mental health. But guess what? She has issues too. She just doesn't use them as an excuse to hurt people. Casey sat in silence, visibly ashamed. She finally got it. Or, at least, I hope she did. And then, out of nowhere, her ex-boyfriend, now somehow fiancé, proposed.
So, yeah.
That happened. I honestly don't know what's going through his head anymore. So, was I the a-hole for finally telling her what needed to be said? Because after everything, I still can't tell if I was just standing up for myself or if I went too far.